Okay, another video. Won't be an angry rant, folks. Kind of burn out from that. This one's just about how we are losing our country. You know how many of you don't realize that by now? As I sit here and watch the news, I hate to beat a dead horse, but about all this illegal invasion going on, the president, it's common sense why he doesn't take any responsibility or do anything about it. It's all being done by design. These thousands of what they claim are children, but the reality is there's very few children. Most of them are between 14 and 18 years old. MS-13 gang members. As I said before, coming soon to a neighborhood near you. This is part of that fundamental transformation that the loser in chief talked about back in 2008 when you wanted to vote for change. Well, you're seeing it now. We're it used to be slowly but surely. Now it's very rapidly losing our country. Our sovereignty is beyond at stake. It's in peril. What do you do? How do you turn it around? How do you stop it? I've already had my ideas. Let's security the border. They should be put on a ship and sent right back to where they came from. But they won't do that. These are all future Democratic voters to completely and utterly transform the country. Do you think any of these diseased people from Central America even know or care about who George Washington was or any about our true American history? Don't make me laugh. They don't give a crap at all. Don't be fooled. They're not innocent little children. There are some children there, but that's being exasperated and exaggerated. Most of them are teenagers who are gang members. Ruthless, violent gang members who, I might add, their initiation is to kill people. Once again, coming soon to a neighborhood near you, wherever you might live. Depends on where they're dumping them off. I say dump them all off in Nancy Pelosi's backyard. She's the one that said, "Oh, I wish I could take them all home with me." Yeah, Nancy Pelosi wants to take home hundreds of MS-13 gang members. Our country is going down the tubes faster than you might think. This is not going to be stopped. It's going to be increased. The closer we get to 2016, when that whack job in the White House is supposed to leave, that's not going to happen. He's seeing to that right now. Maybe these are all future members of his national security force he talked about in 2008. Remember? We need a national security force he was talking about. More, better equipped and better funded and just as strong as the United States military. That he's already transformed that too. It's just a depressing state of affairs. We've never had a president in history that was this despicable and disgusting as far as our beliefs and what we expect out of a president. I'm changing my opinion about him. I'm calling him a total idiot, a dumbass, and he's incompetent. No, he's not. He knows exactly what he's doing. The deliberate destruction of our country. To deliberately turn it into a third world nation. He's doing that as quickly as possible. His wife's worried about school lunches. His new press secretary, although he's a bullshitter too, but he's nowhere near as annoying as that Carney, Jay Carney. Jay Johnson. Does it always have to be a guy named Jay? Not to get off track, but there's a quick story about that soldier that's languishing in a Mexican prison, Tom Marisi, who's still there. All it would take was a phone call to the Mexican president ordering him, you got to release this guy, man. This ain't right. There's 12 million illegal of your citizens in our country. In his own words, one of my previous videos, that when he released 5 Taliban leaders for that one simpering fop, I don't know what is it. He has a serious vested interest in that Bergdahl guy. Wonder what that is. I don't think you have to be a political scientist to know that. But this other guy, in his own words, we don't leave U.S. troops behind. Go tell that to Tom Morisi's mother, who you won't even talk to, you despicable. Trying to keep it toned down and trying to not be so angry, even though I'm an angry American. It's just, and all these people with communicable diseases, and another despicable thing. In spite of all these illegal invaders having all these diseases, scabies, smallpox, chickenpox, tuberculosis, you name it, they've never been vaccinated in their life, ever. Never had a tetanus shot. Even know the meaning of the word vaccinated or tetanus shot. The only thing they know is robbing people and feeding off other people and chopping people up with a machete for $2. What really bothers me is that these healthcare workers working in these little internment camps, they're being ordered to not say anything about the diseases these people have. Under threat of arrest, cell phones are not allowed. Any recording devices are not allowed. This is like Nazi Gestapo tactics. Like, oh yeah, we have human, like way back when Hitler, oh, he told the public probably, we have human rights activists looking after our work camps. They were actually prison death camps. You think they really reported anything? It's just disgusting what's going on. That this is a direct threat to the American people. If our founding fathers were alive now, this guy and everybody associated with his administration would be executed for treason. Treason. They'd be hung. If they were the likes of Andrew Jackson, they'd have their head cut off. Andrew Jackson was known for that. Back then, in those days, the crime of treason against the United States of America carried with it some penalties on the very stiff side. You were killed. They're not making any threats against anybody, mind you, but that's just how it was back in those days. Now, hell, half the people in the country don't even know the meaning of the word treason. Or if they do, they don't care. Too busy to put down the MP3 player, or watching the world's biggest loser, or Dancing with the Stars. I've said that before, too. This guy even went to the border, but as I said and went crazy about, he goes to a fundraiser, raising money for Democrats, rather than going and addressing this serious problem. Can anybody else say lack of leadership? At this point, Captain Kangaroo would make a better freaking president than this guy. I don't believe what's going on right now. I don't believe it. How come there's not an equal amount of anger? I'm not saying I want people to be angry. I'm generally not an angry guy. I'm just angry about the state of our country and where it's going. And as long as this bastard is in power, it's only going to get worse, folks. Don't be surprised someday, sometime before 2016, maybe a group pays a visit to your house. And they're all Central Americans wearing NSF, black NSF outfits, National Security Force, that he talked about in 2008. This is all, and what's really more despicable and absolutely insidious is all being done on purpose. On purpose, by design. Anyone else out there concerned that you're losing your country? Anybody else out there have kids? What kind of world are they going to live in 15 years from now? If it even takes that long. I already told you what the answers were. Put them on a cargo ship, send them all back immediately. But that's not the administration's goal. Oh no, those are new Central American voters. It doesn't matter that they're MS-13 gang members. They're going to rape, rob, steal, and kill innocent Americans. Real, homegrown Americans. That doesn't matter. What only matters to them is retaining power and getting reelected.
Why do you think they did that? Why did they think that was necessary to change to that? Do you know? I mean,
So,
with it to be
hold on to your hats, folks. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get much worse. Enough said. Bye.